got the notification through our phone that anywhere between Kowhai River and Beach Road just to evacuate. So that's what I'm doing, evacuating.
Welcome to Galashan Truck Life, where just a couple of weeks earlier we had been enjoying one of the best trips we've ever had in our massive house truck while between jobs. Free camping, blue skies and some stunning New Zealand scenery. We had no idea that soon Marcel would be moving beasts to higher ground as parts of the country, including the town where we base on my mum's farm, would be under a state of emergency, and Marcel's brand new job would suddenly become all about helping reconnect our roads.
Gonna move the truck and try and get us to higher ground somewhere.
We'll start this one at the tail end of our amazing holiday south, as it's now time to make our way back north to Kaikoura. But before we do that, we are heading to Hanmer Springs for a relax in the hot pools. We are the Galashan family and we live full-time in this house truck and are currently parked up due to personal reasons. We do get away when we can, and this trip has been just the best reset as we finally took our house south of Christchurch for the first time. Marcel was working in hospitality and is having a change in going into roading and trucking, so a soak in the pools is perfect before he gets back to work.
Wow, look at that!
Little did we know that his new job would mean being part of the crew who gets State Highway 1 open again after the flooding washes away a section of the road from Kaikoura to Christchurch.
We've only ever stayed at the NZMCA park here, but across the road we're going to try the free camping spot. So there's only 10 vehicles allowed here, and you've got to park between the white markers on the fence at this end. Scratch that, we've pulled up here now and decided to go to the NZMCA park. It's nicer over there, we think. Maybe not the river, but the parking's definitely nicer.
You can get to the river from the other front.
Oh, you can, yeah, still get to it. Goodbye, almost neighbours. So even though that's free and the NZMCA park costs $10 a night, I think we prefer it over there.
We won't actually get the chance to stay at this freedom camping spot anytime soon, as it got completely taken out in the flooding, as you will see later in this episode.
One time we came in here and it was full, and we were told just to park in the middle as long as people could still get around us. So that's what we did, because we had a car trailer on the back too. But this time there's heaps of room. This is actually the coldest place we've been, minus 6.3. And just where we've been down south, I think the coldest we got was minus 5. But yeah, it's definitely warmer up here at the moment, so it might not get so cold tonight.
Actually, I was wrong, it did get very cold.
Another cold morning on our trip. It's minus 4 this morning at 7 o'clock, and everything's kind of frozen. We had the first bit of ice on the actual windows inside the truck this morning. We're going to go to the pools this morning and just spend the day there, and I won't do any filming really, because we've been to Hanmer quite a few times already and put it on the channel, so we're just going to cruise without the camera today. Gonna grab my coffee and go for a little walk, and then yeah, just have breakfast and head off into Hanmer Springs. It's been really weird to hear all that road noise again right by the road here, and we've been big truck. We've been camping away from the road for a while, so right, so we are leaving Hanmer Springs today, back to Kaikoura. It's been an awesome holiday, awesome trip, much needed, and we've loved it. But I just thought I'd check with the kids and see what their favourite part or parts of the holiday was. Go, Bebe.
Hanging out with the leopards and going to the hot pools.
The hot pools, yeah.
Going to the hot pools and playing on the paddle boards.
The paddle boards, awesome. What about you, JJ?
The whole thing.
The whole trip, yeah. We camped in 3 new places in Beast, stayed overnight, so they'll be going on to our New Zealand map. Lake Tekapo, Lake Ohau and Lake Camp in Ashburton Lakes. And we haven't put anything south of Christchurch on our map before, so that's pretty cool. It's been an awesome time, and we literally spent, I think we arrived at the pools before they even opened the doors, and we spent from 10 o'clock till about 5:30 at the hot pools. It was so good, eh? So it was a beautiful morning here at Hanmer Springs NZMCO Park. But I wasn't up early enough to film it. I saw it and I was just like, eh. Marcel was up and he took a video on his phone and it was just stunning. Man, that road's loud. So it's been by far our warmest morning this trip. This morning there was a bit of cloud and a bit of wind last night, so no frost today. It's actually lovely and warm. And we are heading back to Kaikoura today, end of our trip. And it's just been an absolute blast, man. It's what we sold our house for, this kind of trip, eh? So yeah, looking forward to getting back to Kaikoura. Got to get back into the normal swing of things again. Marcel's starting his new job next week. And yeah, Beast has had an adventure and taken us along for the ride. Giving it a quick wash.
About to go past my new work crew.
Funny.
And she recognises us straight away. So
Yeah, she gave Beast a wave.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Hey, new workmates. Funny. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, the ute needs a bit of a wash, and Beast is pretty filthy too. That's what you get for going on gravel roads to beautiful lakes.
We finally get to put some new spots on our wall. So I've done this, and then we'll let Mummy figure out where
Where they
where to
go.
put them on the on the black. So first up is Lake Tekapo. Hey, get it off.
Do you want me to? Do you want to film this, Dad?
Yeah.
I know how to get it off. Okay, Dad. Do you want to swap?
No, that's all right.
You got this. One step at a time. But they didn't take off. Oh, no. Close beam too.
There we go.
Woo!
How the heck?
It doesn't really
Well, if
matter
you
though,
look
does
at
it?
Christchurch is like just,
Doesn't have to be an exact.
and
It
it's
has
like
to be
right,
exact.
it's right because the tiny bump is right over there.
No, that's
That's
this.
that. So it's the tiny bump must have to be up there, right in the
Right
way
where
of
the
like
word
Tekapo.
is. So it's
So it
that
must
way
have
of
to
it.
be like
okay,
here.
you hold your finger there, but see Christchurch is just a little bit down, so I would think about there.
No, that's Christchurch there.
On the map, this is Christchurch.
Yeah.
Here.
And Tekapo's
Just
down.
a little bit. Not
Teka-
much if you look at that.
Just like this one.
Goes.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Don't.
Summer goes, Dad, do you want me to do it? Oh, no, Boo, I can do it. Dad, do you want me to do it? I know how to do it. And then
Do what?
I said, stop recording. And then I figured out they split in the middle. Fold them in half and they split in the middle.
Oh, funny.
And I said to Boo, I said, oh, do you know how that's done? And she goes, yeah, I knew that.
She knew the whole time. So it's really hard to find where these locations are because there's no lakes on our map. Even Lake Tekapo didn't have the giant lake here, so but that's roughly the middle. So you reckon about there where your finger is? Okay, move it. There?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I reckon.
Horace?
Yep.
Sure, why not? Take a break. Okay. Oh, Amaroi down there. That's Timaru.
Yeah.
So it's about... It's kind of straight across a little bit south from Timaru, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. There?
Yeah.
Oh, where's
I'd
that?
go up a little bit,
That's that.
maybe.
There?
Go, yeah.
There?
Yeah, go.
Okay. And the last one.
43's up.
Our map isn't accurate to real life. Not that you know. But it's not accurate. It's just our best guess.
Oh, well,
What's the last one?
it's not far off.
Ashford Lakes.
Huh? Yeah.
Lake Camp.
Which are going back,
I'll just put...
which will be pretty much, I reckon, will be in line with Christchurch.
Not Ashburton.
It's in the middle of that archway.
It's further, it's like Banks Peninsula if you go
Yeah,
straight
but
across.
I'm looking at the middle of this archway
Yeah.
here, and it's about in the middle of it, and it comes straight up like that.
Yeah. So where? So Christchurch about
We'll
here.
go down the middle of here and then just go straight up. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. Again.
Yeah.
But let's look where Tekapo is. It's not that far. No, it's the size of our map.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit more just being in the middle, eh? That's crooked.
It is now.
Oh, that'll
Doesn't
do.
matter.
That'll do. Lake Camp, Ashburton Lakes. No, it's so cool.
How do you feel putting extra?
I feel excited that we've gone south of Christchurch and Beast.
Yeah. Whoop whoop. And the kids are fully into putting up these markings on the wall. Hey.
Yeah.
I think me and Mummy are more excited than you guys.
Oh no, I wanted to put them on the wall, but you didn't let me.
We're going to make a frame up for the solar blanket so we can angle it more upright to the sun. I'm going to MacGyver it, so I've brought a couple of green little stands from Hanmer Hardware, brought a couple of bits and pieces from the dump, and I'm going to see if I can wrangle something up. Should be able to do it because I've got skills and they're multiplying. It's electrifying. Okay, I'll stop. I'm going to get on to doing what I'm going to do.
This solar blanket from the RV Supercentre has been brilliant, and this frame to angle it toward the low winter sun has worked really well. We're not going to get much solar for a while though, as you'll see in the next footage. The flooding across the east coast of New Zealand was unbelievable. I missed it all because I was in Christchurch with Mum. Kaikoura was cut off after part of the inland road bridge washed away, with 2 people needing to be rescued. State Highway 1 was closed both north and south of the town, although the northern road reopened quickly. Mum and I stayed in Christchurch for 6 days before taking the long detour home through the Lewis Pass and Blenheim. It took us about 10 hours with some stops.
So, I've come home from work early, got told we need to move the truck. This is a bit of a one-off time event, I guess. Been told that the Kaikoura River mouth has burst here in Kaikoura, so flats here are gonna be the first to flood out, I guess. So gonna move the truck and try and get us to higher ground somewhere. But yeah, might go get the boys hiding up at the church at the moment. The youth leaders came and picked them up, which was cool. But anyway, about to go start the truck and move our house because we can, eh? Okay, so it's official. Just got the notification through our phone that anywhere between Kaikoura River and Beach Road is to evacuate. So that's what I'm doing, evacuating. Look at this, crazy, all this water. Oh, she's flying out the rear. Doesn't usually ever get that high. That, my friends, is a lot of rain. So about an hour ago I came through this intersection and it wasn't like this. We're just taking our lovely friend from church to go get some belongings.
Summer was away at kids camp in Nelson, so it was just Marcel and the boys dealing with everything. Our church became an evacuation centre, so Marcel parked Beast there while he went to help working clear the slips and reopen State Highway 1 with his new job. He also used the truck to help a friend rescue some of her family's belongings from their property. This footage is from the worst day of the flooding. Mum's farm escaped, but her neighbours and many farms on the Kaikoura flats were flooded. Thankfully, the town itself was spared. At the end of this video, I've included a couple of reels I filmed after getting back to Kaikoura, including a quick look at the free campsite in Hanmer Springs, where Mum and I stopped on our detour home.
Mike, we are a beast. Got it, JJ?
Yes.
Look at that! Crazy! Woo! A lot of water. Look at that. Woo. So this here is the intersection of Moore Road and State Highway 1.
So I made it back to my house after 6 nights in Christchurch. My mum and I ended up staying in a motel for a couple of days because State Highway 1 from Christchurch to Kaikoura is closed, obviously, due to the flooding. And Marcel's parked beast here at Old Beach Road, and yeah, there's not meant to be a river here. We couldn't wait for the road to open. Who knows how long it's going to be. It's pretty bad south. So we went through the Lewis Pass. So I'm just stopped here at Hanmer Springs. I thought I'd check the flood damage at the Freedom Camping Spot and let you see it. Also, the New Zealand Motor Caravans Association Park was evacuated for the flooding, but it looks like it's open again now. There's a few campers in there. And the Freedom Camping Spot, that toilet's not meant to be there either, so that's going to be a bit of a clean up. So that'll be closed for a while. It's good to be home at my beastie and my family. It must have been pretty close to getting the park. This farmland just right next door to the park here. So
I found out later that the flood water did actually come to the Old Beach Road NZMCA Park, and it wasn't too far from the sheds. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Our skeletons and beasts will see you next time.